Get ready to get ready.
Coming to you live from the MFG studios
In the heart of America's summer golf capital, we help you play better golf. It's time to get your game on.
and take it deep.
This is the Mike Fay Golf Show.
Here's your host, Mike Fay.
Well, hello everyone from America's summer golf capital. My goodness, it's so cold up here right now. Absolutely amazing. Welcome to the show, everyone. My name is Mike Fay, and I want to introduce you to the cast and crew tonight. Our show is sponsored by Tifosi Optics. Excited about that. And let's get moving here. So, first up, Mr. Frank Costella. How you doing, Frank?
I'm doing well, Mike. Good evening, fellas. How are you?
And we also have from Toronto, Canada, PGA Teacher of the Year for Canada, Mr.
Hey, what's
Jason
going on?
Hellman. How are you, my friend?
I'm just as cold as you are.
Yes, very cold in Toronto, isn't it? Absolutely. And also, and we all want to be there. There he is, down in
Hey
Sydney.
guys.
How you doing, Brent?
I'm not Sydney. I'm in Melbourne. I'm in
Melbourne,
the proper city. And happy Australia Day to all the Aussies listening in. Got a nice long weekend down here this weekend, so I'm sure everyone's enjoying their day off. So have a good Australia Day, and hi to everyone out there.
And thanks for working on your day off for us.
Yes, thank you, Brent.
No problem at all.
Yes,
this week,
working on your day off. Oh, that's tough, Brent. Absolutely tough. I want to know out there from all of you guys, how cold is it and where are you tonight? Because I think it's about 1 degree here in northern Michigan, and while we're gone, we'll get into that later. Jason and I were down at the PGA Merchandise Show week, and all the things that we did. While we're gone, we got almost 3 feet of snow while we're gone, and wind chills are going to be overnight minus 35 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what they're calling for. In fact, I've never seen this up here. They've already closed schools for tomorrow across northern Michigan. Just too dangerous to be outside. So if you guys are watching this out there, type in where you're from and how cold it is tonight. Even down in Florida, Jay, we had some chilly days, didn't we, my friend?
Yeah, we did. It wasn't that nice. I thought it would be. We had 2 days of 70-degree weather. The rest was in the 50s to the 40s.
Yes. Oh, we have a good show planned for you right now. Let's get into the lineup. What do you think, gents?
Sounds
Let's
good.
go.
All right. All right, tonight's lineup sponsored by Tifosi Optics. We're going to get into contest time. We're going to talk about previous contests, who won the last contest, and introduce you to a new one. Show you a new excerpt from our new membership site called MFG University, as well as, of course, it was such a smash, and we had some cool comments, and I had a couple of really cool emails. I liked it. Called Fay's Useless Knowledge, a little segment on that. And, of course, Hellman's Top 5 will be going on, and we'll end it tonight with Playing by the Rules with Frank and pull out a new rule and discuss it with everyone. So, without further ado, let's talk about contests. We have some new contests going. It is contest time. First off, before we talk about this one, we want to make the announcements. Jay and I were live last Sunday from Orlando, and we don't know if he knows he won, but Bill Post won the Titleist golf balls last week. So congratulations, Bill. Tell us, well, send us in Messenger what your address is, and we will ship them out to you. So this week's contest, to be eligible to win, you must tag 2 friends in the comments and type the word Tifosi into the comments right next to it to join our friends of the show list and our messenger list as well. So after the show, about an hour or so, we'll send you an opt-in for that. So in order to win Tifosi sunglasses, we have that going on. Type in the word Tifosi in the comments for the show, and also tag 2 friends for that. So pretty cool stuff, right, Jay? We were down at the show, and we got to hang out in the Tifosi booth.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was really cool. Got to see everybody there and see all the new products and stuff. And we've this year launched a new line called the Enliven line, especially designed for golf. And Jay and I are sponsored athletes from Tifosi. And got to check out all that stuff. And I bet that if you win, you're going to get some Enliven sunglasses. How about that?
That'd be cool.
So. Absolutely, for sure. Okay, let's get into, should we do MFG University first or Hellman's Hot 5? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Let's go.
All right, perfect.
Let's do it. Let's do this.
Let's do Hellman's Hot 5 first. All right, Jay.
So number 1, I don't know. Do you have these in order at all, or?
I do.
Oh, all right.
Absolutely.
All right, what do you got first there?
We have this one first.
Smart Body Golf, the Inside 80 training aid. It was really cool. It's I don't have a picture of it, but it's a stretchy band that goes around your shoulders, and then it can get 2 handles, and you can cross the handles here, and it's really good for extension. And you can use 1 handle as well to do lead arm extension. I ordered mine today, actually. There was a PGA discount, so I ordered it up today, so hopefully I get it next week. So Google that, Smart Body Golf Inside 80 training aid.
And all these things on your top 5 are things that you saw down at the PGA show, right?
That is correct,
Want to show everybody the new stuff that's coming out. And as we're listing some of Jay's favorite things that he saw at the show, I think we should type in things that you saw at the show, don't you think?
Definitely.
All right.
Let's see what everybody else saw that was cool.
Yeah.
So this is the Mizuno ST190 and the 190G driver. It is on the hot list for the Golf Digest hot list. One of the first times Mizuno's drivers appeared on the list. So for it to make it there, it's got a really hot face. I hit it on the range at demo day. It just took off unbelievable, good trajectory, and it felt really soft and it had a good sound. So that'd be something to check out if you're looking for a new driver.
There you go. All right. This was very interesting.
Yeah, you and I both saw this. There was a Mirror View app. Actually, it's from Australia. The guys are from Australia. They invented it. It's the low price of $26 for the year. And what you can do is have your phone behind you down the line, okay, and video you. And then you put your iPad face on where you're swinging, and you can actually see down the line as you're looking at it. So you don't have to look in a mirror or anything, or twist your head or turn your head or anything. I can't really turn. I got the earbuds turned in my ears here, but you can't really. So you'd be looking at the thing, and you can see the backswing. And then you can draw a line on it. So if you're working on swing plane, you can, and you don't have to put a noodle down or anything like that. So very cool aid, an app that just mirrors the down the line view onto your face-on iPad or other device that's right in front of you, so you can see exactly what's going on live. Yeah,
really cool. It puts the line on there, and if you're moving around and all that stuff, you'll know right away because you're looking at it. I thought it was fantastic. They're talking about having an affiliate program too, right, Jay?
Yeah, they do. They have that for pros, so we can get our students using it as well. So it's not just for coaches; it's for students to use, so they can, maybe practice.
Yeah, there's no doubt. That was one of my favorites from the show. Really cool technology, something that we've long been waiting for to be able to do, with your portable devices, which is cool. All right, next one.
Next one was Raso putters. They're from Germany. They have, I think I have it here. This is the pamphlet right here. I'm pretty sure on the inside it said, hold on. I just want to read this to you because it's actually a combination of 10 million different kinds, I think it said. 10 million different setups. I thought I was misreading it, but I wasn't. No, yeah. Raso Golf offers 6 product lines and covers over 10 million possible design combinations. That's pretty crazy. Inserts, they have inserts, all different lofts, different heads. Just very cool technology. Here, I'll show you a couple pictures. I do have the couple pictures. Let's see that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice putters and reasonable price. I think they were $400 US. So pretty much like Scotty Cameron or any of the putter lines, but you get it custom built for you.
Oh, cool. Next up we have...
And last but not least, we got the Daiwa G3. So if you don't really care about the extra yards, you just want to look really cool and got some bling out there, it's totally yours for $2,400.
What a change for you, Jace.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah. Good thing I don't have to pay green fees, right? My 637th round. we did. Mike and I did play down there, so we added to that round. So
I did see that.
Yeah, so that was fun. But yeah, it was interesting to see the gold-plated driver. I mean, I've seen it before in Honma, but Daiwa, that was back in the mid '80s, late '80s, I think, when they were big in golf. So apparently, they never left golf, and they're still in it.
Mr. Strickland, great to see you online, my friend. He says that he saw the Bloodline putters and the Putt View putting green in the Full Swing Simulator booth.
Yeah, that was cool. I did see that as well.
Very cool. Very cool. If you guys have anything else, if you're going to watch this on the replay, type it in the comments, share it with everybody so that everybody knows all the really cool new things at the PGA show. Going into the PGA show 2 days before is the PGA Teaching and Coaching Summit, right, Jay? And we got to spend some time with some odd, I don't know, 700 people, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Other coaches from around the world gathering together to watch a number of presentations and share ideas and learn. And that was absolutely fantastic. Connecting with other coaches and having a good time there. What was one thing that you thought was really interesting about the Teaching and Coaching Summit?
Hal Sutton's speech was pretty funny. I mean, he had me in stitches a couple times. Really good presenter and told a few good stories. I guess the ultimate conclusion to the 2 days was, and what you and I are both doing, and probably the other guys as well, is that we want to take people more on the course. And I'm lucky enough to have an academy course or a par 3 course or practice course to do that. Not everybody does. And if not, what you can do is make sure you take your students, or if you are a student, ask your coach if you can go out late in the evenings, like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and play 3, 4, 5 holes. There's some kind of loop that comes back to the clubhouse at every course, as long as you're not cutting anybody off. But that was pretty good messages that come out. I mean, we've been doing that for 20 years or whatever. But so It might be a bit behind the times, but not everybody has that luxury of going out to play. So, that's the one thing that did come from it, from the summit.
Yeah, that was a huge part of the summit, getting instruction onto the golf course instead of from the range. That was pretty cool. We do that, and players definitely learn a lot more about what they do differently on the range or on the putting green than what they do on the golf course, and that's so important for you guys to get your coaches out there on the golf course with you.
Because if you learn on the course, you don't have to transfer train.
Right, for
Right?
sure. So let us know in the comments if you guys have your coach go out on the golf course, and I want to know, what have you learned out on the golf course that was different than on the range? Did you do something different on the golf course than what you do on the range or on the putting green, or what your tendencies were, or things like that? We want to know to be able to help you. We have another comment over here. Mr. Chris George, how are you, my friend? Awesome to have you on. Let's see. 2 skills, booth 3317. Great putting mat for skills and games. Very, very cool. I did not see that, but thanks so much for sharing, Chris. Very cool. With the coaching summit, being able to have certain presentations and breakout sessions where we divided up that many people into smaller groups, into more learning and such, you could kind of go in and see different types of presentations. Jay and I saw one by Dr.
Fran Pirozzolo?
Yes. Dr. Pirozzolo, yes. Talked about sonification. Remember that? We tweeted about that. If you guys want to know about sonification, look it up. It's very, very interesting. It's the same kind of learning and performance things that you see out of tennis players, the way in which they make sounds when they hit the ball and stuff like that. And they did a bunch of testing and found out that the golfers make a lot better swings when they use sonification. So that should be
faster.
interesting.
Yeah, they increase speed.
By a lot. So we'll be trying that. That should be fun to do this summer. Okay, let's see. What else do we want to talk about tonight? Let's get into MFG University. Go ahead and switch things over here. Tonight's episode of MFG University, it's our new online membership site that should be opening in March. And this one talks all about keeping your head down. Should you keep your head down? Okay, golf is a side-on game, right? You stand to the side of it. You don't stand on top of the target line when you hit golf shots. This is the target line down here with a golf ball. So when we hit shots like this, we need the golf club to be coming down and then hitting the ball and then going back to the left of the target line. And a lot of times I see players that try to make the golf club go at the target. Keep your head down. One of my favorite comments in golf. I know that we're trying to be helpful when we make that comment, but to me, I see the golf swing a little bit differently. Keep your head down is not what players need to do. They need to move. They need to move better, and keeping your head down keeps you from moving better. Let's go over some of the things that we often see in some of the faults and why the head looks like it's moving. Let's come on over here to my hitting station here, and we can see that if a player comes down and hits a golf ball and their body rises up, what happens to the golf club itself? It actually pulls away from the ground. Not good, right? Not if we're trying to hit a golf ball. Another thing I often see is that when players come down to hit shots, their elbows are really bent. What's happening to the club there? It's kind of pulling off the ground as well, and their arms are separating and they're hitting bad golf shots. But when I did that, what happened to my head here? My head didn't move, did it? So that's just 2 reasons why we don't hit good golf shots. You know, another thing that I often see is where the bottom of the golf swing is, right? So if the bottom of the golf swing is way back here, but yet we would like to have a divot start in front of the golf ball, that makes contact a challenge too. But maybe I didn't move my head. So moving your head is one of the biggest myths in the golf swing, in golf. I think that trying to move your body around your spine is really important. Turning your head is just fine. There's some great players in history that have actually moved their head all over the place when they swing. So, get moving. Try not to think about keep your head down so much. So that was this episode of MFG University. What do you think about that, gents?
It's a golf swing killer, keeping that head down. I hate it with a passion. You get those, they get stiff and restricted, and they can't rotate properly. There's no power in it. All being called it, all because they've been told to watch the ball and keep the head down. Ball's not moving, guys. Don't need to watch it. It ain't going anywhere.
It's a great way to hurt your neck or your back.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it happens a lot, right? That whole up and down action that we see, and you know, hurting wrists and all kinds of other injuries. You know, and it's not just for beginner golfers either. It's being able to move properly, getting with your coach, and being able to take that golf club, and then also having a good understanding of what you're doing wrong and how to fix it yourself is a big deal to getting better at golf for sure. So that is just one. We're very excited about MFG University coming out in March. We got lots and lots of stuff planned for that, including online courses, and just want to give you guys some previews of it. If you're interested in MFG University, you can just send us a message on the Facebook page there, and we'll make sure that when it does come out, we can let all of you know. You'll join our messenger list, and that's how we're going to be communicating some of this stuff. Also, you'll be able to sign up on our website, mikefagolf.com, as well. I think it's time for Faye's Useless Knowledge. What do you think, gents?
Let's get into it.
Yes.
Let's go for it.
This should be interesting. You guys don't know the useless knowledge yet. Sometimes I send them the useless knowledge so that they can prepare. They don't know what it is this week. So let's see if we can get into it. Faye's Useless Knowledge is sponsored by GreatGolfProducts.com, the maker of the golf training aid. You can head on over to GreatGolfProducts.com and check it out. Actually, it's kind of amazing that tonight's MFG University tip directly relates to this, and the eye is being able to watch the ball as you move. So there's some pretty cool videos on there with yours truly talking about the eye. Pretty cool product. It's selling a whole bunch of them. Pretty neat stuff. Okay, tonight, the first... Get rid of this stuff here for 1 second so I can talk to these guys. I'm going to get this switched around here. All right, Faye's Useless Knowledge. The first one. Now, just so you know, we had it last week, like I said, and lots of people liked it. It's dedicated to Mrs. Faye because she thinks I'm full of useless knowledge. So I wanted to share it with you because it's funny. So why not? Has a lot of it nothing to do with golf, but that's okay because it's entertaining and a good time. And what else you going to do when it's minus 35 degrees outside? Okay, a full-grown bear can run as fast as a horse. Interesting. Very interesting. Didn't know that until I knew it. Another thing that is contrary to popular belief, reindeer do not like carrots. They like bananas.
Put the bananas out at Christmas time from now on then.
Yes, you're going to have to put out bananas. I think they like the riper, browner kind, Brent, more than anything else.
I will save them up for Christmas Eve next year.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very fun. Of course, on this day in 1888, the National Geographic Society is founded in Washington, D.C. for the increase in, let's see, what does this say? Diffusion of geographic knowledge. So I thought that was pretty cool that National Geographic Society was founded. And then, of course, we all know growing up with National Geographic and all of the really cool stuff that they teach us. Neat stuff. Okay, let's see here. Finally tonight, it's a short list, Frank. Sorry, bud. I didn't come up with too many tonight. It was a rush to get it done, but I did. And this one here is my favorite. This one's dedicated to you, Frank. You know, we all know how to measure the speed of light, and that's how we measure how far things are in space and how long it takes the light to get there, right? And that's how we measure time, right? But, you know, Frank, this question is for you. Okay, you ready for this? Okay.
I'm ready.
Frank, I want to know what the speed of dark is.
I have no clue.
You don't know.
No.
Okay. Neither do I. I don't know. I don't know if it's faster than the speed of light or slower. I have no clue. So I just thought that was funny. You know, good stuff.
That is totally useless, Mike.
It is. It's, well, like I told you, it's useless. That's what it's all about. Absolutely. Funny stuff. Okay. Let's see. Frank, you about ready, my friend?
I'm ready. I got to welcome a buddy of mine from high school to the show, Bobby Slater. He tuned in, and just want to say hi, Bob, and hope you're down in Florida right now instead of in St. Clair Shores.
Yes, absolutely. Down there seeing some palm trees and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Who do we have online tonight? Is he online tonight, Brent? Do you see?
Yeah.
Or Jay? He is. Oh, fantastic. Awesome. I see we've got some people online. Who's online, Jay?
I see Craig Fiskopink is on as well.
Awesome.
Good to see him down at the show. Hey, Craig.
Yeah. Got to see him. Chris George and Tim Strickland. Very cool. And, of course, El Presidente making an appearance early appearance. I hope he's still online.
Billy. My friend Billy is on as well, checking us out.
Nice. Very, very cool. Okay. Frank, are you ready, my friend?
I'm ready, Michael.
Okay.
So tonight what we're going to talk about is, as you know, some of the things in the rules of golf have changed. One of those things that has changed is now the time that you can search for a golf ball before it is lost. Before you had 5 minutes to try to find a lost ball. Now that's been reduced to 3 minutes. And the rule now states this: a ball is lost if not found in 3 minutes after the player or his or her caddies begins the search for it. And the primary reason for this change is limiting the search period to 3 minutes is more consistent with the underlying principle that you try to play golf in a prompt and continuous way without long pauses in play. In most cases, you're probably going to find the ball within the first 3 minutes anyway. So, you know, the change may increase the number of lost balls, but on the other hand, on average, it should speed the play of the game by cutting off those 2 minutes. Knowing that the search time, too, is just 3 minutes may encourage more players to hit a provisional ball off the tee right away instead of, going up, trying to find the ball within 5 minutes and then walking back to the tee and hitting, your stroke and distance penalty. So primarily the reason behind the change in this rule from 5 minutes to 3 minutes is to speed the play of the game. So that's our rule for tonight, 18-2.
So,
and as usual, we welcome comments for anybody that has any questions about the rules of golf.
Yeah, speeding up the rule of play, 18-2. From 5 to 3 minutes we're talking about tonight. There's no doubt, I think, and Frank, you and I have talked about this a lot, this is a really good rule because, if it gets to 5 minutes, you're probably not going to want to hit it, right?
Probably not. It's probably not in a very good spot. And really, Mike, that did happen a couple of years ago up at your place at TSC where we had a player. First of all, he didn't even want to go in and look for the ball. So we went in and looked for the ball and actually found it. And where it was in a terrible spot. But, hopefully now this is one of the things that should speed play. And I know 2 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but you guys play, and you've been out there before when somebody's searching for a ball for 5 minutes and you're behind them. It kind of slows your pace down. It could back things up as far as speed of play on the entire field of play. So, in my opinion, it's a good rule.
Mike and I got to try a couple new. I should say I got to try out a couple new rules. Mm-hmm. I got to learn how to drop from my knee.
Yeah, I saw that, Jay.
Knee level. And we played with the pin in all day, all 18 holes. We never took it out.
How'd that go?
It went all right. We made some putts.
Yeah, like Brent, you were talking about playing with the pin in, very weird, right? And lining up.
Yeah, I had trouble aiming with the flag in. I tried that in for the first 9 and took it out for the second 9, and I putted better on the second 9. I don't know whether it was just my eyes or getting used to it. Curious on your thoughts there, guys.
I don't know. I don't think it really bothered me too much. It might actually kind of help me a little bit with aiming. I don't know. It was definitely strange though because
we had to remember just not to take it out.
Hellman kept yelling at me because I was going to go get the flag all the time, just out of habit, to be honest with you. And we wanted to try and putt with it in. Now you have a choice. Now we're watching people out there playing, and I didn't see one person putting with the flag in.
Yeah. Just on that 3-minute rule, Frank, with the searching rule, do you think that will encourage the whole group to go and actually search for the ball, when instead of kind of letting the player go and search for a bit and then coming over and helping later on? Do you think they'll all go there straight away if someone's in trouble off the tee?
I think they will, Brent. I really do. I think, with knowing that you've only got 3 minutes, it's going to encourage your fellow playing partners to go in and help you search for the ball, I think. I think it's a really good rule. I think it's something that needed to be implemented, years ago. But they finally did it. And, yeah, I firmly believe that it's going to help other players within your group go in and help you.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
We've got some comments here. Mr. Ledbetter, let's see. Mr. Ledbetter, he says, Adam Scott did well today with the pin in. Interesting.
He seems to have putted well all this week, which is unusual for Scotty. Obviously a very good striker. Putted tends to be his weakness, but he did seem to putt well this week.
Very
he finished second?
I didn't see the final scores, but he was thereabouts, I think, about halfway through today's round.
I didn't see the final either.
Billy, did they have any problems with the caddies with the pin in, pin out, pin in, pin out, when who was away, not away, things like that? Was there extra time to have the pin in or not? I'd love to hear all your comments. Was it awkward watching it? Did they have problems with that? I don't know. What happens when one player wants it in and the other ones all want it out?
Did any of us watch the golf today?
I could not.
I did not.
I did not either. I was teaching.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah, we want to hear you guys.
I know
about
Bryson won. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we want to hear your comments about it.
Kid's on fire.
Yes, he is. He's playing
He's won like 7 tournaments now, I think. Over the last maybe, I don't know, 12 or 15 or something like that he's played.
Yeah, he's playing very, very well.
Yeah, he is.
Very good. Well, next week we're going to have a new rule, right, Frank? Talking about that, going over that. We want to know any questions you have on Rule 18-2, and that is about taking the search time down from 5 to 3 minutes. And, we want to know if you guys think that is a good thing for the game or not. I've heard some comments we've had on our Facebook page when we brought it up about the fact that some people didn't like it and why. So put those into the comments here and let us know why. So I think that's all we have for tonight. You guys, thanks so much for watching. It was a great week. We are absolutely pooped with the PGA show. It was a super week to reconnect with everyone from the golf industry. And like I said, I think that once we get through this next week with bad weather, and it's not just here in Michigan, it's everywhere. Things will start warming up. We can see that the highs here next weekend should be in the 20s, which is nice because right now it's really dangerous to even be outside right now. Frostbite's all over. So get your work done inside. We've got lots of golf simulators and hitting some golf balls. There's tons and tons of drills to do. Get working on your game and get ready for the season. What do you think, gents?
This is the time to get better.
Yeah, this is.
Make changes.
This is the time if you want to make changes, do it.
Head down to Australia and play golf with me.
There you go,
Love to, Brent.
Come on down anytime, guys.
I've hardly played down there.
I want to try to play with the pin in on it. I want to try to putt with the pin in.
It's very weird, Frank. Very weird, I have to tell you. And watching Hellman, it gave me agita watching Hellman trying to drop it from his knees because, I had a comment. Someone told me Todd commented on Instagram when I put up the video of him doing it. Is that rule, and we'll get into this, maybe we should talk about it next week, is that you have to keep your legs straight when you drop a ball from your knees? That's what he said. I'm like, okay.
Knee height.
It is knee height.
Right, does it have to be straight?
No, it doesn't have to. I mean, you can't do anything Jay, to like compromise the rule. I saw the way you dropped it, and it looked pretty good to me. I mean, I didn't see anything that was offensive or abnormal.
See this arm right here, Frank? See this arm?
Yes.
This arm does not reach my knee. I'm just letting you know. So it's going to be very interesting to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll definitely cover that rule next week, okay?
Very cool. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll be seeing you next week. MFG show. Put the comments out on Twitter. Let us know. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one, guys.
You too.
Talk soon.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Mike Fay Golf Show.
This has been a Mike Fay Golf production.
Follow us today on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We are Mike Fay Golf, Team MFG.